Welcome to this explainer. Look, today we're completely dismantling the illusion of vendor compliance. We're stripping away the usual corporate doublespeak to look at a pretty raw, uncomfortable truth about where your organization's greatest vulnerabilities actually lie. Because it's not necessarily in your own heavily fortified data centers, it's right there in the hands of your third-party vendors.
All right, let's quickly hit today's agenda. We'll be covering the supply chain catastrophe, the illusion of compliance, the hidden Control A.5.22 trap, the ultimate boardroom defense, and finally, how to make a 2-decade maturity leap. Let's get right into it.
Now, I want you to seriously ask yourself, is your most catastrophic cyber threat currently just sitting there in a vendor's unreviewed spreadsheet? I know. Compliance fatigue is a real thing, but stick with me here. Think about a ticking time bomb buried deep in an inbox, disguised as routine paperwork. This isn't just an IT headache, folks. It's an absolute existential business threat.
Section 1. The supply chain catastrophe, a boardroom reality.
Because when a vendor breach actually happens, that blast radius, it doesn't magically stop at your IT department's door. The immediate, visceral consequences hit the boardroom hard. We're talking massive SLA penalties triggered instantly. We're looking at significant client churn as your hard-earned trust just evaporates overnight. That, of course, translates directly into a catastrophic loss of market cap. And let's be entirely pragmatic for a second. It almost always results in the immediate termination of the CIO and CSIO, right? This is about protecting your enterprise's financial lifeblood and, frankly, your careers.
Section 2. The illusion of compliance, the paperwork trap. Okay, so on one side, you've got this administrative illusion of security, pure paper-shuffling friction. Your teams are endlessly collecting these 110-point compliance questionnaires from vendors, just piling them up. But on the flip side, you've got the explosive reality, live vendor breaches slipping right through these administrative blind spots. Because really, what good is collecting a questionnaire if it just sits in an unencrypted inbox, totally unreviewed? It's literally creating a false sense of security that is way more dangerous than having no security at all.
Section 3. The Control A.5.22 trap, minor NC, major threat.
Let's look directly at the ISMS audit framework for a second. The focus here is the third-party self-assessment, which ties into ISO Control A.5.22. That's the one governing the monitoring of supplier services. Look at that implementation failure right there. Issuing assessments via static, unencrypted spreadsheets. When those vendor self-assessments get collected but just sit there unreviewed by your internal security teams for months, well, that triggers a very specific non-conformance.
And here is the absolutely crucial point, the language used. In audit terms, this is classified as a minor non-conformance, but please do not let that word fool you. This so-called minor non-conformance is actually a fatal operational blind spot. Picture this. A vendor explicitly states they lack basic encryption or backups. Your team collects the file, but nobody actually reads it. The vendor gets breached, and boom, your customer data is stolen. That minor paperwork issue, it literally just got the executive team fired. It is a massive trap.
Section 4. The boardroom defense, strategic shield.
110. I really want you to remember that number. It represents the 110 meticulous, comprehensive compliance checks built into a proper industry-grade self-assessment defense tool. This isn't just some casual checklist you download off a blog. It is a rigorous defensive matrix.
This meticulously crafted, done-for-you template acts as a highly robust framework for evaluating third-party risks effectively. It's built on 5 editable Excel assessment sheets that actively evaluate a vendor's data security posture against frameworks like SOC 2 and ISO 27001. It forces them to declare their encryption standards, their vulnerability management, their backup practices, the whole shebang. And the best part? This wasn't just thrown together by an intern. It was designed by information security experts and principal auditors from the ISO 27001 Institute, operating under the aegis of the ISO Training Institute. It gives your procurement and security teams exactly the rigorous, standardized framework they need to stop shuffling paper and start actually assessing risk.
Section 5. A 2-decade maturity leap, immediate ROI. So how do we implement this? Well, it's not some agonizing multi-month consulting engagement. It's incredibly straightforward. Step 1. Secure the digital document template. Step 2, take a couple of minutes to swap out the hypothetical placeholders like ABC Technologies or ABC TPL and just drop in your own organization's logo and acronyms. And step 3 is where the magic happens.
By sincerely implementing this expertly prepared framework, you bypass all the trial, error, and catastrophic mistakes of the past, gaining an immediate 15 to 20-year ISMS maturity head start. You're instantly elevating your entire third-party risk management program to a world-class standard.
Because at the end of the day, the gap between simply collecting a spreadsheet and actively managing vendor risk, well, that's where enterprise value goes to die. Don't let administrative paper shuffling cost you your market cap or your career. So I'll leave you with this. When you walk into your next board meeting, will you be defending an unread questionnaire, or will you be armed with a world-class strategic shield?